Hello there. Going to make a hockey video, which I haven't done for a while. Not really impressed with the National Hockey League and what I believe their stance is going forward on where their products are to be made and just the general politics of where hockey is going. You might notice that I am wearing a Vancouver Canucks shirt. However, this one was not made in Indonesia. This one was made in Honduras, and I didn't pay for it. It came free with some booze. Anyway, um, let's talk about Holtby's mask dilemma. I saw the design that they used, and it was, what did they use to complain about it? Oh, cultural appropriation, I think is what they used. And it was nothing more than an eagle with the current Canucks colors, which is the bright green and the ocean blue and white. The eagle, except with slightly caricature teeth. Um, I'm not sure the mythology behind that, but he had to apologize for a mask he hasn't even played one regular season game in. Like, I know the media likes to talk to people like they're stupid all the time, and that's fair to say because most people are stupid. But this nonsensical apologizing for everything. Because in the real world, what an apologizing means is an admission of guilt, and by association, that means handing over money. And the natives are always there first on the scene when they got their hands out looking for money. And to me, that's bullshit. There are going to be people who are not going to agree with that, but I don't really care what they think. Um, Because an apology, and okay, maybe a few hundred years ago when natives heard the white man apologize for things and then he didn't actually do anything, the simple act of saying, I'm sorry, or something like that, it just doesn't cut the cheese. Uh, an apology doesn't count for squat. You gotta back it up. And there's guys like Justin Trudeau who don't have a problem fucking over the white man to make himself look better. It's the exact same thing as the Americans when Obama was president and he was trying to help out Cuba. He did so a little bit. Of course, there were elements in the United States that prevented him from doing it to the ability he wanted to because he saw tourism and maybe cigars and, just the general plight of the Cuban people. However, what people don't understand about that problem is that, yes, when the Trump administration came in, everything went back to shit for Cuba. But what Cuba is the poster boy for the Obama administration, the Democrats, of saying, look what we're doing for the South Americans, the Central Americans. We're helping them out. We're getting them out of poverty. No, that's just to make you look good. You're still shitting on South America and Central America. Because you pretend to be the nice guy to one of the countries and you don't do that much for them, really, it doesn't overshadow everything else. So, yeah, in short, this thing's made in Honduras, one of the highest murder rates in all the world. So, it's not much better a shirt, but I'm not supporting the Indonesian economy, which is supporting the Chinese war machine. And to be honest with you, I don't think Honduras has much money to give to the Chinese war machine to begin with. And I didn't pay for the shirt, so I didn't actually, support the Chinese Communist Party. And that's something I'm big time opposed. And it is definitely something Trump did not do. And it is most certainly something that Trudeau and Biden are going to do. And, I've made some memes. That's a stupid word, but it's the word people use for drawing pictures and, depicting things and making jokes. Anyway, made some of those. Some people might think they're a bit critical, but I had my reasons for them. Just because Biden comes out as a 70s game show throwback and he caters to a bunch of pickled mushhead old idiots who don't know anything, doesn't mean I have to like him. He's a dinosaur. And he looks like one, too. And even if he does actually continue the Obama policy of trying to help Cuba, it isn't going to stop him from shitting over the rest of South America. It's all propaganda and rhetoric that they used in reverse to demonize Donald Trump. And there actually was a UFC fighter. He was Latino, and he was saying that regardless of who you vote for, don't let somebody make the decision for you, because the Democrats assumed that they had the monopoly on the Latino vote. And that's what he was saying. He's saying, like, look, you can vote for the Democrats if you want. That's fine. But don't vote for them because they think they have a monopoly on you. Vote for the person you want to vote for. And I could see the reasons why there's a lot of Latinos that don't like Donald Trump. That's fair enough. But to be told what to think based on your demographic is bullshit. And that's, a big part of what I got to say about this mask thing that is, it's one of these stupid stories, but it's more complicated with Braden Holtby. He's going to be the goaltender for the Vancouver Canucks. I personally wasn't really big on the idea of the Canucks signing him. He's expensive. He's already got the mentality that he's won a Stanley Cup. He doesn't really have to try as hard. And he's here to collect money. So, in that sense, Russians tend to do that, actually, when they play in the NHL, is they're there to make the money real quick, and then, their careers sort of slump off afterwards. There are exceptions, of course, but you take the team he came from, and Alexander Ovechkin, he's still going to be putting out the points, he's still going to be winning trophies, but is he really really going to be chasing after another Stanley Cup? Probably not. He's made all his money, or most of his money, and he's already immortalized himself in the National Hockey League. It's just the point I really wanted to drive home was that I can't stand these people who easily get offended to further their own interests. And to pick something as stupid as the design on Holtby's mask as a reason to get offended, a cultural appropriation, whatever words you want to use, it's bullshit at the end of the fucking day. It's just an excuse to get mad. And, with all the horrible things that happened to the natives over the years, a mask is really not the problem. Unless, of course, this particular Russian by the name of Braden Holtby has other opinions that they just don't like. And maybe they just don't like him, period. Personally, I don't like the Orca logo. I know people who want to go back to the stick in the ice rink logo. No, that logo's a little too retro for my liking. It's, they have, better artists these days to render better looking jerseys. I wanted to go back to the black, red, and yellow skate jersey. That was an awesome jersey. It showed dominance. It showed that the Canucks can win. And they didn't end up winning, but, eventually they could have with this jersey. Whereas the current Orca Canucks jersey, are they ever going to win anything of any significance? I don't know. That's a big question mark. And I might be critical of the National Hockey League and especially the Vancouver Canucks because they're supporting the Chinese Communist Party via Indonesia, who's paying blood money to the Chinese Communist Party. I got a fundamental problem with that. And, like I said, not everyone's going to agree with me on those sort of things, and especially on your demographic, you're especially not going to agree with me. But, you have to acknowledge that that is why you disagree with me. It's not because I'm actually wrong. If you can prove that I'm wrong, then by all means. But you would have to leave your demographic out of the equation to explain to me why I'm wrong. Because if you start talking about your point of view, then based on your perspective, that's it's a different right, is what it is. It's not. It's not the better answer. It's the better answer for you. And there's more than one truth, and there's more than one right out there in this world. And I'm tired of living in a world where we got people running around who apologize and say thank you to everyone, and then write a bunch of nasty things about them, or you just do the horrible things that Canadians do to people all the time. I live in this country. Trust me, Canadians are not a respectable people. And saying sorry and thank you doesn't change that. And yeah, that was a point I wanted to make. Let Holtby wear the fucking mask. Fucking people. Really. It's just all about clamoring for money and you don't care what you'll do to get it. There's no respect in that. No respect at all. Anyway, that's what I got to say. Have a good one.